Here in this topic, our focus entirely will be on Ukrainian city Odessa, because Odessa holds geopolitical significance. To understand the geopolitical significance, it is necessary to understand two dimensions. The one is global dimension and another is local dimension. The global dimension refers to the significance of this region to the Black Sea in particular and the Europe in general. The local dimension is further very concerned with the significance of the Odessa region in the context of Ukraine, especially the economical context. We have to discuss its significance because Russia captured the Mariupol, the Azov Sea port. After capturing the Azov Sea port, the Mariupol, the Ukraine lost its opening to the Azov Sea. The Azov is now entirely under Russian control. Now we have to discuss that the Odessa's geopolitical significance. What is Odessa's geopolitical significance? Why Europe is so eager to protect the Odessa from Russian hand? We all know that after Mariupol's seizure, Europe almost lost its strategic depth on Eurasian region. Now Russia is concentrating its attack to the port city, Odessa, which is the Ukraine Navy's home base. Last summer, US destroyer paid their visit to that port. From the geopolitical point of view, the wider Black Sea region is one of the cornerstone of the stability and security of the Eurasian region. It is politically very sensitive area. The region has huge natural resources. Politically sensitive area in the context I am saying is that there are problems. They already have the problems. The Armenia and the Azerbaijan already fighting against each other over the Nagorno-Karabakh area. And Azerbaijan is in particular have the huge resources, huge crude oil resources. So this region is the key to the strategic transport and the energy corridor. Whoever control this region control the Eurasian region. This explains the political, military and the economical interest of that regions. Thus the Odessa ports is the key to an appreciations of the globals and the local geopolitical interest. That is why the NATO and the US is sending the heavy weapons to the Ukraine to save these last holes on the Black Sea regions. If they will going to lost that region, then the whole Ukraine will be gone and whole Eurasian region will going to lost their significance towards the Europe. And the Russia is trying to capture it, trying to gain the strategic holes in the Eurasian region. Unexpectedly, but the situation has become very complex due to the Russian special military operations. And now the thing is getting uglier day by day. As the days are progressing, the things are getting very uglier. The second questions I would like to tell you that why the Russia needs the Odessa. What is the significance after capturing the Odessa? The first point is the Odessa was the part of the USSR once. Actually, the Ukraine the part of the USSR once. So, in that sense, the Odessa was the part of the USSR. And after 1991, when USSR disintegrated, then the most painful moment for the Russia was to let go of Ukraine, because the Ukraine was the wheat bowl of the Russia. Russia needed Ukraine because the Ukraine was a plain land. It is a fertile land. It also has a heavy industry. They have the nuclear power plant. They have some kind of manufacturing. Different kind of manufacturing plants were there. The steel plants and the different kinds of other manufacturing things that USSR actually left out after 1991 disintegration. And still the Russia feel the same way that the Ukraine is there. As the days go by, the Ukraine covertly and overtly slipped out of the Russian hands. The Ukraine started feeling more comfortably with the Europeans, not with the Russians. Now, this war is the outcome of the hate among each other. They hate each other. It is kind of in situations. The India hate the Pakistanis, Pakistani hates the Indian. Not the general Indian and the general Pakistanis. Maybe in the political levels, the hate is very complex things. Now the Russia trying to cut off the Ukraine from the sea. Because when Ukraine will lose the Odessa, then Ukraine will lose its seaports, all the seaports. That includes the Kherson and the Mariupol. That I have already told you. After losing these ports, the Ukraine will lose its opportunity to regain their economy where actually it was. That means if the Odessa gone after the Mariupol, then Ukrainian economy will be in shambles. If the Russia able to capture Odessa, then they will regain one of the most important warm seaport. Along with that, Russia will be able to build the land bridge to the Moldovan breakaway territory, Transnistria, which is under Russian control. Russia will be able to cut the North and the Central European connection to the Middle East and Asia through the Rhine and the Danube River and the canal systems. These systems, together with the railroad and the international airport, provides an unique opportunity for economic processing of the transit cargo traffic and the passenger flow. The port transport lines are connected with over 600 ports in 100 countries. So after Russia captured all these advantages will be gone, and the Europe will be particularly isolated from the Middle East, totally isolated from the Eurasian region. So now the Russia has escalated their attack to the Odessa. Russia has already devastated the Odessa International Airport runway that have destroyed the fuel deposits of the Odessa. They have also destroyed this kind of things, the things which is very much required to run a country, run a city. So things are getting very messy around, but we need to think collectively what we want, war or peace. If we need the peace to be settled by dialogue, then why we are sending the heavy weapons? Then why the USA and the NATO is so eager to save the Russia by sending the weapons? If they really want the peace, the war will give us the grief, and this will going to give us more and the more pain. Then what is the meaning of fighting the war? We should stop fighting this war, and Russia have to understand, and the Ukraine have to understand. They are very, very adamant. I don't know where from they are getting those monies to continue with this kind of heavy lifting. I mean the war. So this war has to stop. And the world, the Indian Prime Minister is already saying and already advising the world to maintain the peaceful and the amicable relations with each other. That will going to help us to regain our economy after the COVID-19 pandemic. That is very important. So now the questions. Now today's question is, as part of Mission Sagar 9, the INS Gharial recently delivered critical medicines to which country? The first option is Maldives, second is Sri Lanka, third is Nepal, fourth is Afghanistan. Second question is, India has opened up its central government procurement market to which country recently? The first option is Japan, second option is Singapore, third option is UAE, fourth option is Netherlands. This is the end of the topic. If any one of you wants to ask me the questions or any kind of other kind of questions about this topic or the other topics that I have already uploaded in my YouTube channel, then you can reach me through my email address, which is tuhin.power.academy@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support.